Okay, mediumship. Part 2, remember to turn off your notifications. Oh, I'm still learning. But I got to the bit where the medium was talking about Butlins, a holiday camp, a weekend away. And the lady couldn't take it, so he thought he'd be moving on. And I said to my daughter, I said, put your hand up. And she's like, well, why? I was like, well, we were at Butlins 3 years ago. And the day after would have been the last time I personally saw my daughter alive in Butlins. We'd just been on a family weekend away. But my daughter wasn't convinced. She needs more information. So for a few seconds it went quiet, and then the medium came up again. And he said, I've got a sister. I'm looking for a sister. He said again to my daughter, put your hand up. Sister, Butlins. I said, how much more information do you want? And again, my daughter was like, well, yeah, maybe. But she still wasn't convinced. So in the end, somebody else put their hand up. They took some of the message, the description of the person he was given, but it wasn't a sister, it was a cousin. So he went with it because then he'd got the connection, he'd got that voice connection. So he went with the message and gave her a good message. She was happy. And then again, as he was closing down, he went back to her and he said, oh, actually I've got a name, a name popped up. He said, do you know Sherry? It's Sherry. And the woman said no. And I looked at my daughter and I said, how much more evidence do you need? Put your hand up. You know, and hindsight, I wish I'd have just put my hand up and said to him, look, I think you've got my daughter, her sister is here, give her a message. But maybe subconsciously, was she ready to hear that? She is sceptical anyway, but I think after that coming out, she said to me, she said, can they get information, bits of information from different readings? Because Sherry is not a common name. And like I said to her, what I'm going to say to you now is yes. If you're having a one-to-one with a medium, they can be more focused and channel in to the energies of your loved ones and the connection that you share. If they're doing a demonstration and there are a lot of people there, it's a theatre, you know, it's a big room. There'll be lots of spirits wanting to come through because they know their loved ones are in the audience. And that medium will give you 2 or 3 bits of information, and it might be 2 or 3 different energies. But if you understand any bit of that message, put your hand up, because the medium needs to connect with you through your voice. It's all about the energy and the frequency. And if he'll ask, say 3 people put their hand up, he'll ask those people what they can take, what they can understand, and then the strongest connection allows the spirit to come through, and the medium can connect with that spirit and carry on with the message. So if you are someone looking for a message, looking for a sign, and you go to see a medium, whether it be one-to-one or a demonstration, just bear in mind what I've said. Even if it isn't for you, even if you do not connect, how do you know if you don't put your hand up? How do you know if you don't put your hand up? Put your hand up. It might just be you. Have a great week, my lilies. Ciao for now.